I wanted to do at least one more video about plate coverage, and it seems like this is a good time for me to do that because I'm still sort of fighting my way back from some health problems I had this summer. Not moving around too quickly here, but this is just going to be a demonstration. I'm John Harris, and my website is smallballsuccess.com, and I've just been revising. In fact, I just finished the second edition of a book called Metal Ropes, where we talk about how to use the metal bat to hit like the Deadball era artists, Cobb, Collins, Speaker, Ed Roush, those guys. And I think one of the things that, of course, this is a generality. You couldn't say this of Cobb, but certainly most of those guys would back off of the plate. And when you see, by the way, I'm talking primarily to hitters, but you as pitchers, when you're hearing someone talk about hitters, you should just take that in and be thinking, now how can I use this to my advantage? When you see, as a pitcher, someone who is backed off of the plate, you should realize that he wants you to throw him outside. And I was going to say that most of these dead ball guys did stand back from the plate. Actually, they didn't stand all that, not the way we do today, back toward the catcher, but they stood back from the plate because they wanted to have to really reach for the ball. Here's my plate. So, you know, right now I can't even reach the outside corner of the plate with the tip of the bat. But that's okay, because a dead ball hitter, and this is what we advise, what we promote in our books and on the website, this is a front foot hitter, like Aaron and Clemente and so many great hitters, even of the recent past. And this guy, once he came down on that front foot, he would easily cover the outside corner of the plate. Clemente would be so far back from the plate, he'd be on that white chalk line on the way far outside corner, and yet he'd hit balls that were half a foot on the other side of the plate, way outside, because he was striding in. Now, this is why I recommend this to hitters. Number one, and there's several reasons. One, you can wait on the ball. You can get a really good look at it. You don't want to hit it in front of the plate. You're not trying to pull it, so you're going to make contact right here. This is almost hitting it out of the catcher's mitt. So you get a good look at the ball. If it's a good fastball, you have extra time to adjust to it. If it's a breaking ball, you can decide, that's going to be out of the strike zone, I'm going to hold up. Or maybe it's breaking into the zone at the last minute, and you can go after it. And because you're hitting off your front foot, and you're driving down into the ball, straight swing, straight down through the ball. Let me show you from the side angle. This is not like a typical hitter who's going to throw back like this. And see, this is what he does with the outside corner. His bat is starting to, if he gets it late, his bat is coming down into the ball. He's probably going to pop it up or foul it straight back. If his bat is starting to come up, if he's a little bit early, he's just going to miss it or he's going to roll over on it. Well, we are talking about a hitter who's hitting off his front foot, so his bat is headed all the way down here, almost into the dirt, is going into the ball in a straight line. He's going to hit the heart of the ball, and he's going to drive through at a slightly downward angle. So he's going to hit it hard, and he's going to put enough backspin on it to hit a line drive. So, you know, I want, as this kind of dead ball hitter, this is what I want. I want to hit the ball right there. My bat is still going down in a line, and I'm going to hit this one right down the left field line. That's a ball that practically nobody in today's game can come anywhere close to keeping fair. And I can hit that like a bullet. So, you know, that's, as a hitter, I'm looking for something on the outside corner. And if it's high, well, so much the better, because then I can actually come at it a little earlier. I have my barrel more squared to the ball, and I hit that up the middle. I might hit it a little bit to left field, but it's more up the middle. And the reason for that is because I'm not having to reach so far. I'm going to connect with the ball that's low and way outside down here at the full extent of my reach. And that's going to mean that my bat is, you know, it's not going to be coming right angled to the pitcher. It's going to be down here. But if the ball is higher, then I don't have to reach down so far to get my barrel to the ball. I'm up here more. The higher you pitch, pitchers, the more you elevate that ball, the more the hitter's going to have to get out in front of it. He's going to have to meet it. I'm not really out in front of the plate here, but it's closer to me. I'm more erect. My bat is more squared to the pitcher. So that's a good pitch for me to hit. If it's not a fastball that I can't handle, that's a really good pitch to hit. It'll go right up the middle. I can really get into it. But both of those are going to be outside, and that's what I want. My problem area as this kind of old-fashioned hitter, and again, nobody hits this way nowadays, so if you did hit this way, the defense would have a heck of a long time trying to figure out what you were doing, because they don't see anybody doing this. But you would be vulnerable, paradoxically, to the inside pitch, because not only are you going out on your front foot, maybe kind of jamming yourself on the inner half, but you know, you're really, this is called push hitting in the old school lexicon. You're pushing the ball out there in the other direction. So if it comes in on you, all you can do up here is just try to keep your hands on it, and it's going to be above the belt or at belt level, let's say. Keep your hands in front of the ball and push it out over the shortstop's head or over the second baseman's head, if you're right-handed. And that's not a bad hit, but it's not probably going to be an extra base hit. That's not one that you really get into. But you can still get into that with a level stroke. You can cut through the center of the ball, lead with your hands, push it out there. That's still money in the bank. That's good for you. The one pitch that you would probably have the most trouble with is the place that most pitchers are never going to pitch you. They all think that left-handed hitters love to have the ball down and in. And again, today, most of them do. They set up on top of the plate, our contemporary hitters, and they just wail away at that inside. They just lower the bat on it from way up over their shoulder, and that's the one they like to take out of the yard. Well, because of our strategy going in on the plate from way back in the box, we're kind of screwed here. You know, what do you do with this pitch? That's going to be sort of an awkward swing. Maybe you can foul it off. If it's not a fastball, now you might just hit that one over the fence too. Even you, lowly dead ball era hitter, you might hit a home run too by pulling it, even though you're striding into the plate. Because again, it's an off-speed pitch, or it's a breaking ball. You're looking fastball outside, but you are fooled and you get out in front of it. What happens? Maybe the top hand comes off the bat, but you're swinging down into the ball anyway, so the bat's not really losing any momentum. It just goes right through the ball. You might just one-hand that thing, and it's like a tennis backhand. You hit it off your front foot almost, and just loop it over the fence. Those can go a long, long way, believe me. And again, the one that you're going to be vulnerable to is the low inside fastball, because you're not going to hit that thing one-handed. You're going to have to be real quick to get to it. And I don't know that most of us can do that. I don't think most hitters could just, especially if you're going into the plate. Secondly, you have to draw yourself up and drop the barrel on it. A good fastball will probably beat you if you try to do that. Again, for the hitters, the good news there is that pitchers will not pitch you there in this day and age. They just don't see hitters who hit like that. Now, you pitchers, if you see some guy who is hitting the way that I've tried to demonstrate here in the last few minutes, go low and in with your best fastball, because that's the one that he can't handle. It's completely backward from everything that you're used to, but you can get him there. So I think maybe this is a little discussion that might be of profit, again, primarily to hitters, but pitchers, if you're doing your homework, this should help you some too. Good luck out there.